Hello, ladies. I hope you're doing really well. As promised, this is the EFT recording to help release that fear around selling. And as we spoke about on the call earlier, it actually comes down to like the fear of rejection, the fear of being judged, the fear of being wrong. So, selling always brings up these different fears within ourselves. So, it's a really good chance to do the EFT technique to help release that fear. So just follow along with what I'm saying. Um, Obviously, we've got the tapping points that we'll be focusing on and repeating affirmations. We'll start off with, as we say, the negative affirmations. I'll do a little check-in and then we'll go into the positive affirmations. So I just want you to think about now, like when you think about that fear of selling, when you think about that, that feeling of putting yourself out there. If you can just mark that on a scale of like 1 to 10 and just roughly say, I mean, obviously to yourself, because I can't hear you right now, but just say like what scale is that on? So one being no fear, 10 being like a big fear. So I just want you to gauge on that scale now. How does this fear of selling come up, or this fear of putting yourself out there? So just have a little think for a moment about where that comes up on the scale. Okay, so now you've got that number in your mind. Hopefully, at the end of this first round of the negative affirmation tapping, we'll bring that down to hopefully like a 0 or a 1, and then we will then tap in the really positive affirmations, and hopefully, you'll feel amazing. Okay, I will also send you the prompts as well, so you've got them wrote down so you can see them visually. But as I said, just copy after me and just repeat. So we're going to start off on the karate chop point of the hand now. So even though I have this fear around selling and making decisions, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though part of me worries I'll get it wrong, I choose to honor how I feel. Even though this fear has been causing me to hesitate and procrastinate, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Amazing. Now we're going to go into the first round. So we're going to start off on the eyebrow. This fear of selling, the side of the eye, this fear of putting myself out there, under the eye. What if people say no? Under the nose. What if I make the wrong decision? On the chin. What if I mess everything up? On the collarbone. This pressure I put on myself. Under the arm, this fear sitting in the background, and on top of the head, this fear that keeps me stuck. Part of me believes every decision has to be perfect. Part of me believes I can't afford to get it wrong. So I keep on waiting and procrastinating. I keep on second guessing myself. I keep on overthinking and it's keeping me stuck. I am looking for certainty. I am trying to avoid discomfort. I am trying to protect myself from rejection. I acknowledge this part of me. The part of me keeping me safe. The part that fears rejection. The part that fears failure. The part that worries what people will think. Thank you for protecting me. I understand why you're here. You have been doing your best. Maybe I don't need this protection anymore. Maybe I'm more capable than I realize. Maybe I can handle a no. Maybe I can handle a mistake. Maybe I can learn as I go. Maybe I don't need certainty before I act. Maybe action creates clarity. Maybe I am safe to move forward and sell. Okay, so now that we've done that first round, I just want to check in and see how you're feeling now. So, after doing that, how are you feeling on that scale of 1 to 10? And I'm really hoping that at this point that it'll be a 0 or a 1. If it's any higher than a 1 still, I invite you to go back to the start of this tapping that we've just done and to do it all over again and keep repeating that until you feel like you've got that feeling down to a 0 or a 1. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the rewiring and bringing in the empowerment phase of this tapping. So let's go. I choose to trust myself deeply. I choose to trust my ability to figure things out. Every successful person has made mistakes. Every successful business owner has heard no. Rejection is not dangerous and it's not personal. Mistakes are not failures. They are only feedback and they are part of growth. I am a magnet for the right customers. I release the need to be perfect. I am perfect as I am. I release the need to know every answer. The answers I need to know will come to me. I release the need to get everything right. I choose courage over certainty. I choose progress over perfection. I choose action over avoidance. I choose trust over fear. I am becoming the woman who takes aligned action. Selling feels so natural because people want what I'm offering. My offer is going to help people. I am a magnet for making money. Money flows easily and freely to me. People are waiting for what I have to offer. My voice matters. My business gets to support my freedom. I can trust myself to make decisions. I am ready to move forward and I am ready to sell with ease. Okay, so that's the end of that tapping session. I want you all now to think about when selling your offer, your service, your product, how are you feeling now on that scale of 1 to 10? I'm hoping that it's a 0. I'm hoping that there's not even a number 1 in there. But again, if you're kind of feeling that there's still a little bit of that fear or anxiety around putting yourself out there and selling, then please just repeat this video again until you really feel that that fear has been released completely. So come back to this at any point that you need it, and I can't wait to see you selling your offer.